Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday and we are doing our Lucky Dip card making. So I think you guys are really enjoying this series. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are enjoying it, if it's something that you're doing at home that you're following along with. I'd really love to know. So yeah, let's get straight into picking our pieces out of here and yeah, see what we're going to be creating. So let's start with our project type. So the previous 2 weeks, I did miss last week's, but I'm going to talk about that, have been sort of more project based. So we did the postcard and the art card, but the art we turned into a card. So let's see what we have got today. A shaped card. Okay. I'm really excited about that actually, because I did have a video that I was planning to do that is Easter themed. We have got Easter coming up, or do I want to do Mother's Day? Okay, let me think about that. But we've got a shaped card, so I'm very, very excited about that. Let's go in with our technique, see what we're going to be doing, see what products we need to pull out. We have got, ooh, pick 2 more. Okay, so we can combine some products together here. That's very exciting. So we've got watercolour pencils. Okay, I don't really pull out my pencils very often. Let's have a look. This one here. Alcohol inks. Oh my goodness. Okay, that has thrown me. I'm going to pop my pick 2 more in. Oh, I'm really going to have to think about this one, aren't I? Let's do our style. Yeah, a thank you card. Oh yes, because Style told us what it was going to be. Maybe we could do thank you for being an awesome mum, maybe. And let's do our colour scheme. So I think I said in the last video I was going to pick 2 out of this to give us a little bit of a colour combo. So we have got yellow, okay, and let's have a look at this one. Yellow and purple. Okay, so let's move these out of the way and let's just take a look at what we're going to be doing. So we're going to create a shaped card and it's going to be a thank you card. But what I think I'm going to do is do like thank you mum, something like that, for being a good mum, or you know, something. We're going to do watercolour pencils and alcohol inks. Oof, okay, I'm not 100% sure there. And we have got a colour combination. It's going to be yellow and purple. So yeah, I'm going to have to think about this. So I'm going to just pause the video here and I'm going to go pick some products and I'm going to just sort of think about what it is that I want to do. So you guys do the same if you are following along. Again, I'd love to know if you are following along. Oof. Oh, I think this might be a tough one. I'm not, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to go pick some products and I will be back. Okay, so alcohol inks. The only thing is the blending solution, I really don't have a lot of that. I don't have a purple, but I've got a blue and red, so we can mix that, and I have got a yellow. Shaped card, I thought maybe we'd go with a star. I've got a little container here to do my blending in. Let's move these, and I do have some watercolour pencils. So what I'm actually thinking, I do have, I'm hoping this might work because I can't actually find my Yupo paper. These are, although now I'm thinking it's actually going to be big enough, but this is the biggest I've got, so we're going to have to just kind of go with it. To create maybe a background of the alcohol inks, I'm thinking maybe of doing like a flower that I can colour with the watercolour pencils and do kind of like a thanks mum, you're a star, or something like that. I'm not sure. We're just going to kind of go with it. So let's go with this first. Yeah, I don't have really, oh, it's been a long time. Oh my god, if I can even get this open. It's been a long time since I've used my alcohol inks, and that's the whole point of this. I know I say this in every video, but that's kind of the point of this, is, it looks like I put a different coloured cap on that, because that is, yeah, I don't know if this paper is really going to work, but, oh, let's have a little go. Oh, my lids are, oh my goodness, I don't even know if I can get this off. Oh, there we go. Oh, blinking neck. I just kind of soaked through. So yeah, like I said, I really don't know how this is going to go, but we shall see. So we want that to really turn to purple, if we can. Just sort of mix that together. I don't know if we're going to get some full sheets out of this or not. Still just kind of red in that one. I do really love alcohol inks, but it's just one of those things that you have to kind of, I don't know, be kind of confident with, I suppose. So it's just, so we're gonna have to have a bit of a mix here. Again, I really don't know if this, I'd like to use it a little bit more, but I really don't. I'm wondering whether, should I have done this section in yellow? But then it wouldn't have sort of mixed together really very well, I don't think. I'm not sure. Let's put some more, so I don't know. Oh, I think that's, oh, I think that is the end of the blending solution. I need to get some like isopropyl, really. Let's just do a little more red in there. So I was gonna say that last week, yeah, I missed out on a bunch of videos, and the reason is because on the 25th of February, we had Florence christened, and kind of leading up to that, I did quite a lot of sort of crafts for sort of decorations for the party, and that really kind of took up a lot of my time. We do go to a baby group, we've just started swimming, and then I usually spend Friday with my dad, plus then, yeah, on top of just making those decorations, I just really unfortunately didn't have the time to record any videos. So I think I missed out on 3, possibly 4 videos altogether, so a bit disappointed in myself, but you know, I really just didn't have the time to do it, and we was making food for the buffet afterwards and everything. Okay, it's not really purple, but I think we're just gonna go with it. Like I said, maybe I should have done, let me grab some, oh, let me grab, where have they gone? Oh my gosh, bear with me. Oh, there they are. Everything has just fallen out of a container, but I will tidy that up afterwards. So let's put this back in. Obviously, yeah, we don't have any blending solution now, so let's just see what this does. And we might want to use the yellow instead and kind of use purples maybe elsewhere. But yeah, so yeah, I think I missed out on 3 or 4 videos, I think it was, which yeah, was a shame, but I just really didn't have the capacity to do any filming. So it's just kind of, it's a little more difficult because we don't have, like I said, any blending solution. But like I said before, it's really only a waste if we don't use it. So it's not really giving us much kind of texture here, which is a shame, but if we just sort of layer it up a little bit. So yeah, that was why I missed out, but we had a really lovely day. Everything was, yeah, everything sort of turned out really nicely. She didn't cry or anything, which was really nice, which I know everyone did kind of comment on, including the vicar, like how well behaved she was, which was really lovely. And yeah, so hopefully things back to normal. Yeah, so we're doing swimming on a Thursday now. Sorry, on a Wednesday. We do a baby club on a Thursday. Swimming on Wednesday. Baby club on a Thursday. And then I usually, I go out with my dad then on a Friday. So yeah, we'll be able to get some videos on that next week. I have a couple of appointments. We're seeing our health visitor, and I've got a meeting with my HR department with work because they have lost the contract that I work on. So I'm not sure if I'm being made redundant or they need to just find me a job somewhere else in the company. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Okay, so I'm just going to leave these. There's not really much I can do because, again, I don't have any blending solution. So I'm just going to leave these to one side whilst we work on whatever else it is that we are going to do. Let me just pull out a star. So what we want is we can do some layers and things with this. So let's go and find, so that's our biggest star. So what I did before, oh, I obviously didn't do it. Oh, I did that one. What I did before was I just marked so I knew which way round they actually went when I came to matting and layering. So let's do the biggest one. So yeah, I'm not sure if my maternity leave is going to be ending or not, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there with that. So that's a little frustrating, but I've got that on, what did I say, on Thursday. Sorry, not Thursday, don't know where my head is. I've got that on Tuesday, so I don't know, yeah, whether my maternity leave is going to finish early or not. So if you do feel like you want to support me at all in any sort of financial way, I do have a the YouTube memberships. If you go onto my channel, onto like the home bit, there is a button that says join, and I've set it up. There's only one level at the moment, but I've set it up to be 99p, and hopefully maybe I could put some additional ones in there. Which way does this go around? Put some additional levels on there where I can give back to you guys a little bit more. But yeah, if you at all feel like you want to check that out, then yeah, you'll find that on my channel homepage. So I've just used some cardstock, so I'm just gonna run this. Ugh, all my plates are warped. So I'm just gonna run this through my die cutting machine. That's one, so we want two of these. So we're going to make a obviously a shaped card. I'm going to do this, hopefully, I think this was something I was going to do last year or the year before. I just never actually got round to doing it. But we're going to do an Easter version as well. So let's just die cut the second one. let's put that back. Everything is a little bit trashed. It was nice and tidy, but I seem to have made everything quite messy in the time that I've been in here. So you want to line them up. This is it, there we go. So you want to make sure that for whatever reason, like, it doesn't line up perfectly, see? So you want to make sure, so that's why I just had that red dot on the top. So to attach these two together, I'm going to take the back star. I'm going to pop it in to, this way, into my scoreboard, and what we want to do is hopefully try and get it. Let's just make sure I got this right. No. No. Right. So that's my top point. So we kind of want to try and make it as straight as possible. That'll do, I think. And then what I'm going to do is grab some glue. Let's just fold it back. So this is how you make a shaped card if you want the full shape on the front without having to add an extra layer. So when you create your shaped cards, and let's say, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna have to line this back up again. No. 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 Perfect. So yeah, unless you sort of die cut from like a pre-made card or a scored card, then you usually sort of miss that top portion of it to get that full shape back again. So if I cut this from a pre-made card, then let's say the top of that point would not be die cut and you'd have your crease up there, and then because it wouldn't be right, you'd want to add then another piece on top, which is fine if you want to do that for stability, but with this, because this is a what's going on here? Because this is a 300 GSM, and we're going to add some mats layers, this is going to stand up nicely, and you have then that full shape, and it's just going to open just like that. So nice and easy. So that is our shaped card. So creating shaped cards doesn't have to be complicated at all. Right, so now I need to think about using our coloured pencils. Or should we, maybe let's do our mats and layers first. So that's our biggest piece. And then we've got, oh, see that's, okay. Okay, so I haven't die cut this, I haven't glued it, that was the wrong point to glue, I should have glued this point here, but that's fine. You just, the only thing is you just need to work out where your mats and layers are going to sit, and it's going to sit like that. I'm not so sure. Anyway, it really doesn't matter. As long as it goes on the right way, that's all that really matters. So let me have a look. Maybe some glitter cards or some mirror cards. What colour is that? No, that's blue. I don't think I've got any mirror cards. Obviously I've got normal glitter in gold. Maybe let's just do let's do glitter cards, and we can use this as the yellow. So let's do that. just never wants to, anything never wants to stick to it. Let's just try and get that. And then let's die cut this. Okay, so let's take this one. Again, now we need to work out. Nope. Nope. Okay, perfect. So let's glue this one down. We can just start to really build up those layers, and that's what's really great about having some nesting dies like this, is that you've got all of your shapes ready to go and build up your layers, so you really don't have to worry about about what you're doing. Okay, so because this is going to be Mother's Day. Oh, okay, no, my card goes that way. Well, really, this is like thanks, you're a star. So maybe, maybe I want it to be a Mother's Day, but maybe it won't be a Mother's Day. What do I want to do? Because obviously if I did like Mother's Day, then it would be florals. Let me have a look. I did pull out this stamp set, actually original, the Unico Picked Posies, and I really like this set. It comes with the dies as well. So there's the stamps, but actually what we could do is I could just stamp that and colour it, and then I'd have the dies there to cut it out. So let's just grab this back. So this is actually that watercolour card that we used in the last video. This is the Craft Stash one that unfortunately I said wasn't very good. So I've just used this because it's a 300 GSM. I've just used this for making the card base. Yeah, so just use that for the card base, but because it's watercolour, what I can do is, what do we want? Versafine, because that is a waterproof ink. And let's just stamp some of these, and I think we just simply colour them and then just do a little bit of watercolour just to maybe like pull that colour out of it. I think could be quite nice. And then I'm thinking maybe we could use the alcohol inks to maybe do for a sentiment. So I might not use all of these, but what I was thinking then is I could, depending on how many purples we have, do one colour for each. I don't know if we use all of these on the cards, obviously, because they're quite big, but I'm running out of space. So let's have a look what we've got. So we've got 4 purples here. So let's just, I'm thinking like if we just colour the bottom, because obviously I got out my watercolour pencils to begin with, and I realised it was watercolour pencil, sorry, but instead of colouring, let me start that again. I pulled out my regular colouring pencils and then realised it was watercolour pencils. So I don't use these all the time, but it was always good for me to have these kind of different mediums and things when I was doing the commission work, because they'd want like different ways of using it. Let's just get rid of that. Let's grab a paintbrush. And I've got some water here. So I'm just thinking like, oh, that brush is rubbish. Let's take this smaller brush. I was just thinking like maybe we could just like pull that colour out a little. I don't know, I'm not very good with watercolour or like pencils in general, like colouring pencils, yeah, it's not necessarily where I thrive. The thing is, you can see that they're I don't know, maybe I just colour them in and then just sort of go over it. Oh, that's a bit much water. So no, let's try the next one. I feel like could that be a bit boring though? So let's just colour that a little lighter. So that's sort of smoothed out a touch more. I just kind of wanted to have the colour really near the bottom, like that, and then just to kind of put it out a bit. But the problem is you can still see it. You can see the strokes. I don't know if am I doing it too hard? Maybe we just use this one as a little practice. Oh, let's try a different purple. See if we get anything different. Yeah, I just kind of want it to be like quite light and well, that one got rid of the brush strokes, but then it kind of looks like there's nothing there. Getting water everywhere. Okay, let's just do this. Because really, it's just the more you do it, isn't it? The sort of more confident you get at it, I think. It's sort of one of those skills that you kind of just need to try and you just need to practice, really. You know, it might not come out perfect the first time, but just kind of go with it. And yeah, I don't like this paper. I might just use it for card bases, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think it's great with watercolour. I mean, obviously I'm not adding a lot of water to this, but that one there where I dropped a, hopefully you can see this, where I dropped a, like a splodge of water, it's gone a bit, like it did before when we used it in that last video, where it sort of looked like it had too much water on it. I don't know if that's a bit light though. Let's just go again. Maybe we'll do a couple of yellow ones. Maybe we'll do two purples and a yellow, and then maybe we'll use the yellow alcohol ink to for our sentiment, or do like a sentiment strip or something, because obviously they're not particularly big. That's too much water. Okay, we're just going to go with this because I'm just not sure how, because I've got watercolour pens, but I wouldn't say I was particularly gifted with those either. But yeah, I'm not sure like how else to get this to kind of work. But I wanted that kind of, let me just show you. Hopefully, well, I don't know, is that camera really picking up anything? But it's got just sort of the lines and stuff coming out was really what I was going for. And let's do a, yeah, what have I got? let's just go with this yellow. Do the same thing again, just coming out from that centre. Like so. If you didn't see yesterday's video, we've just, I always say we, but it's just me, have brought out a new set of patterned papers. We've got a new paper pad. So these two are Easter themed, which are super cute. We've got one called Bright Easter, which is, as the title would suggest, really nice bright colours, if that's sort of more what you're into. And then we have Easter Bunny, which is a little bit more kind of watercoloury. It's not necessarily watercolour images, but it's kind of that softer look to it. It's all white backgrounds, but a really, really nice set of papers, and you'll see that in the next video, which will be on Wednesday, with the new sheet load of cards. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you'll get notified then when that video gets uploaded, so you don't miss it. But to go with this month, so this is the first month I've done it, but we've also got an embellishment pack to go with each of the patterned papers as well, which have 2 topper sheets, and so like your ephemera for you to cut out, and then we also have some coloured cards, so 4 pieces of 4 coloured cards, but you'll get 2 of each that are matching perfectly with the papers as well. So what I'm going to do with these now, these 3, is I'm just going to dry them with my heat gun, but I'm just going to stop the video here. That's going to be the only thing that I sort of edit out, just because it's a horrible, horrible noise. And yeah, so then I'll be back, but I'm just going to dry these off quickly. Right, scissors. Oh, everything is a mess. So let's cut these. So we've got the dies to cut these out. I'm not sure if this stamp and die set is still available, but it's a really nice one. I did plan originally to do like a series on just one stamp set, so then we could do, just see like how many projects we can do with a stamp set. Let me know if you'd like that idea, and I don't know if there's a particular stamp set that you like, that you've seen, that I have, preferably that I have would be nice. Yeah, and we can maybe do a series. Oh, that will fit in there, nice. Let's grab a piece of tape. And then we're going to run that through my Gemini Mini. I feel like, I don't know if this is going to come across in the video, but I don't know why. Today, I feel like, I don't know if I'm rushing, or I feel like, am I excited? I don't know. I feel like I'm going like 1,000 paces an hour at the moment. So I just need to kind of slow down a bit. Enjoy the process. I am looking at the time because it is nearly tea time, and got a dog to feed, a baby to feed, and a husband to feed as well. But I don't know, I feel like I'm talking very quickly. I feel like I'm just going like 1,000 miles a minute. I think I've just got, oh, there's just so much going on at the moment. Obviously, because I don't do these kind of lives or anything, and I've only just started doing these, obviously, you know, I don't necessarily talk a lot about what's sort of going on and things like that. So I feel like in this, I need to kind of, you know, fill in the time a little bit. It's a little bit easier to pretend like somebody is, oh, I don't want to put that there, someone is listening. So there's our sentiment, our shaped card. Oh, I feel like these are so boring. I really, do you know what? I'm gonna say it. I think I hate watercolor pencils. I don't know. I just feel like I can't win with it. I can't get it right. I just got that wet now. Ugh. Blow my neck. I feel like I'm not very good at it. And I just don't think that it comes out particularly well. Maybe I don't really have great maybe I don't have great watercolour pencils. They're the Hunky Dory ones, so you know, they are like branded. So I don't know. I feel like I just feel like they're so, I don't even know, I'm looking at the screen, I don't even know if you can actually see anything, if you can see any colour. Do you know what I think I'm gonna use? Bear with. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. I feel like I'm gonna use this dye. I think I just get a look. It's not that different really from that, but I like it because it's a bit chunkier. The question is, what do I want to? Oh, I could. Oh, do we think that's gonna be a bit much? Do you think that colour is gonna? Do we think it's gonna be a little? I mean, I could. I'm just gonna blast this with my heat tool a minute. I don't know, would that be weird? But then it is keeping in with the theme, isn't it? The colour scheme, rather. Let's just do that. And let's run it through and just, let's see what happens. I've got that other sheet as well. So, I just feel like this doesn't have any kind of pop to it. But I know what I said before that, you know, if I wanted to sort of stray a little bit, then I could. But then is this going to make a really horrible Mother's Day card? I don't know. Let's just... I don't think I've ever die cut. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work. I feel like that didn't work at all. And all that yellow is in my dye. Ugh, right, okay, well that absolutely just trashed that. Oh, I hadn't even used this dye yet. Oh, okay, that did not work. Okay, alright. Ugh, blinking heck. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? Okay, so we know now not to die cut the other pieces. Oh my god, I hope I've not ruined. Ugh, right. I'm going to leave that there and deal with that later. Okay, alright. Maybe... my dog's trying to get in the room now. I don't know if you can hear her, she's whining outside. Right. Let's just clean this off. Poor dog. I might have to go and deal with the dog and then come back. Some projects I've been like yes about. Some things not so much. Okay, I'm going to pause this here and I am going to deal with the dog before she breaks my door down. And then I'll come back and we'll die cut and I'll have to think about how we're going to use this. Okay, so I am back. It is a day or two later now, just because I absolutely have not had any time to come back in here, unfortunately. But let's crack on with our card here. So we had our flowers, and we were just looking at doing some leaves to go with this. Let's try and colour these in. Obviously didn't quite work before, but let's just try and add a little bit of colour into our leaves, kind of, if we can do it in the same sort of way. So I've done two. I stamped another one here, just so we can cut it down and sort of have a few little sprigs coming off. I think this one's just a tiny bit harder, just with that colour combinations, doing the watercolours and the inks. But, you know, like I've said all along, this is us using, where did I put my paintbrush? Just using up some of the products we don't normally reach for. And sometimes, you know, it's going to be a bit of a breeze, and other times it is going to be harder to do. But we're just kind of trying, you know, to stick with it as sort of closely as we can. Hopefully it's going to come out looking okay. You know, some of these things do start off as a hot mess, but you know, you just got to persevere with it sometimes and really, yeah, see what you end up with. And that is kind of half the fun. Even if you end up with something that you really don't like, you've sat down, you've had some fun doing it, using your products, trying to come up with an idea that kind of matches in with your theme, your colour scheme, whatever it is that you are trying to follow. So let's pop that to one side. I've definitely boxed myself into a tiny area. Does anyone else have that, where you have like a nice sort of space to work in, and then you just end up with so much stuff everywhere that you end up working in just the tiniest little space? Let me move my pencils. We want the die for this, and if I cut this down, I'll be able to just run it through my mini machine. Trying to not wake Florence up. I've just popped her down for a nap, so hopefully we can at the very least, you know, get to the end of making this card. So let's pop that there. Let's grab some, I've got a bit of tape here, I think that's still sticky. So let's try and line it up as best we can. And like I said, I've done two of these, and we're just going to cut them down a little bit just so we have a few little sprigs around our flowers. So let's cut that one. And I absolutely love having this little mini machine. I think it comes in handy so much when, you know, I'm die cutting just something little, or really just anything that I can get to fit in it. Anything small enough to fit in it is great. It's so handy to have. Yes, I have my big Gemini machine, but you can't beat a mini one. And plus it's quieter. Okay, so super duper frustrating. I think I moved my Gemini Mini, and I think I knocked my mouse and it stopped it from recording, which is so frustrating because this is what we have got. So blinking out, we've missed like a whole section. So if I just go back through, so we cut a piece of this lilac cardstock using the next size down in the nesting stars, and then I ran this through the Paper Discovery in the Frame diamond trellis. So this didn't quite fit that whole diamond shape, so where I had the flowers just sort of coming down here, I've done them across now, almost like a little banner, which I do quite like a little bit of bunting almost, and it's just hiding the portions that haven't been embossed. But this embossed really nicely. I thought this trellis would go nice with the flowers, and then I've just glued these down flat, and then I glued down the leaves there as well. Oh, I've literally just been here for probably about half an hour just absolutely talking to myself, which is really frustrating because we talked about a few different things. So what I did do as well is on the flowers, they really weren't standing out. So I came in with the Hunky Dory Prism brush marker just to add a little bit more colour onto that. And I did talk about how when you're doing something new or you're doing a technique that isn't quite working and you're not sure why, then have a look at the kind of supplies that you're using. So I was just saying that this is that Craft Stash watercolour card, and it really wasn't moving that colour around like I wanted it to. And then I just did a little sample there, and this is the Lidl watercolour card, and you can see how it's moved the colours. You can't see those brush strokes anymore, but in this one you can absolutely still see those brush marks. It really didn't move that colour at all. And all I said was, if you are having problems with the results that you're getting, then something like paper plays such a big part of any technique that obviously involves paper, whether it's printing, whether it's watercolouring, if it's die cutting, like whatever it might be, the paper is going to play a big part of that. And this is what I was saying here. If you're not getting good results with watercolour pencils, pens, whatever it might be, then have a look at the card that you're using and maybe take a look at a different kind of card just to kind of compare your results, and you can kind of rule that out almost. But yeah, this is just the difference in what you're getting between the two different kinds of paper. So yeah, this is kind of where we are sitting. I'm so frustrated with that. I'm going to have to just make sure in the future, but I think I put my Gemini die cut machine down. I think I knocked my phone, which knocked my mouse, is what I think has happened. So very, very frustrating. But what you didn't miss was me spending probably about 5 minutes trying to decide what sentiment I wanted, because I wasn't even talking. I wasn't even saying anything. I was just kind of and ahhing, looking, and yeah, it was a bit ridiculous actually, but yeah, super frustrating. So what I've gone for is, obviously we're doing a thankful card, but I said I wanted to do it as a Mother's Day card. So I'm going to go with, at the moment, this is what I've picked from, so this is my paper ink stamp ultimate sentiment builder. You can still buy this. I still have these in stock. You can buy this in my Etsy shop, so I'll leave a link in the description box down below. So we've got Feeling Grateful and Mum out of that set, and then I just had a, where's it gone? Just over here, it is a generic set that I had, which is this one here, and I bought this a long time ago. This is one of like the first stamp sets I bought, so I took To The Best out of here. But I'm wondering whether to take the thank you, or maybe even like paper hugs, I don't know, the thank you or something from my Ultimate Big Words, which again I do still have stock of. So I've popped this onto just some basic yellow cardstock. Let me, gosh, I am running out of space. I'm literally in like the tiniest little space on my desk. I've got this huge desk and I'm just boxing myself in. So let's stamp this. And what I like is then we're going to have a few different sentiment font styles for our sentiment. So I'm happy with that. So let's just leave that there for a second. Just want to make sure that this is dry. So I've gone for a slightly brighter yellow, because as we've got the yellow, whoops, oh, and look at the back of that. Does anyone else's cards get wrecked on the back? Or is it just mine? They're always bloody rubbish on the back. Ink, water, what am I looking for? Scissors. I'm just going to turn my camera a second just so you can see all this mess that I am dealing with here. Where have my... Okay, let's move that. Right, I don't need that. That can go back in there. Let's move it back down there. Why can't I find... Here they are. My scissors is this. Don't know if that's a little wonky now, but... Okay, we've got a little bit more space to work in. So... just cut that out. Let's just sort of cut these apart. And we can kind of stagger them down the card is what I'm thinking. what I'm actually going to do, oh my god, I can't find my other pen now, is I'm going to use these ones just to cut. I mean, I could just use my guillotine really. Oh, I don't think this is straight at all in the slightest, but you know what, it's handmade, so does it matter? So we've got Mum. Should Mum have been bigger? I don't know. Right, that's rubbish. Let's do the same with this one. So again, even though it's a thank you, think about, you know, the different sentiments that would fall in to within a thank you card. It doesn't have to just say thank you. Gosh, I don't even know. I don't think that's straight, but never mind. Feeling grateful. And then let's go all the way around this one. So just do a little bit of fussy cutting. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've used this stamp set. Not that many. It was one of the sort of, I remember being one of the first, you know, sets that I had bought. I'm not even sure where. Oh, I can't believe I lost all that footage. I've literally just been sat here talking to myself like an absolute numpty. And it's one thing when you're talking to yourself and recording. It's a whole other thing when you're talking to yourself and you're actually just sat narrating to yourself. Feeling grateful to the best mum. Or do I want to put that up there? To the best mum. To the best mum. And then, because like I said, I was wondering whether to, or is thank you weird on a Mother's Day card? Oh, if only you guys were sat here now, you could vote whether or not I want to add. Or I could have to the best mum, feeling grateful. Couldn't I? I could do that instead. So I could almost do like that. And then I got like, but is that weird being all the way down there? Right, we want some foam anyway. So, oh, so grateful to the best mum. I don't know, I kind of like that being on the flower, to be honest, like in the centre. Or do we just leave that off and I just put that on the inside, maybe? Or should we just do it like that? Oh, excuse me. Probably gonna forget to edit that out. Maybe we'll just do that, I think. I quite like that. To the best mum. And then we'll just have that feeling grateful. Yeah, underneath. Let's grab a little strip here. Oh, got a bit too much. Just cut that. To the best mum. Feeling grateful, thank you. I feel like, let me know what you think. I feel like we've kind of made that work. to the best mum, feeling grateful. It's a shame we don't have for being the best mum. Thank you for being the best mum. Because I feel like it'd be weird now if I added that thank you up there. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave it as it is. I really love how this has turned out, actually. Yeah, this is the thing. You can never... You really have to go. I'm just going to get some Nuvo drops. What do I want? Shall I just do purple? Do you have a glittery... Oh, I don't think I do. No. Let's do just a nice deep purple, which I'm going to put a nice, as big a blob as I can. Yeah, that finishes it quite nicely. And then I could have, maybe, shall I, do I, dare I? Can I get like just a tiny one in there? Yeah, you can't really see that. And then I feel like I want to add like another colour. Maybe just a bit of gold. Just kind of around. Just something nice and subtle. So what did we use here? So we have got a pale gold. This is the Vintage Drops in the Yellow Brick Road. This is a Violet Galaxy in the Crystal Drops. And that one's Crystal Drops as well. So yeah, I really love how that came out. Oh, the only thing we didn't... Oh, we didn't, did we? We didn't use the alcohol inks. Oh, pants. I was going to do the sentiment from that, wasn't I? These are our dried pieces. But obviously we tried to die cut it with this and it didn't work, did it? Oh, okay, so there was one thing I missed out there. I feel like I don't really have enough to do with the alcohol ink, so I wonder whether to take that out of the techniques, to be fair, because obviously I've got no blending solution next, I've got no alcohol, you know, to sort of like swish it around with, and I haven't got any Yupo paper, so maybe I might take the alcohol inks out of it for the time being and just kind of stick with everything else. But in terms of everything else, so we had to make a thank you card, it had to be shaped, and we used our watercolour pencils, and the theme was yellow and purple, and I think I nailed it. I think I love it. You know, you sort of get to a point where things don't start to be going how you want it to go, and you kind of start doubting how it's going to turn out, but yeah, I think I love it, actually. I think it's different. I think we're using a lot of the products again, you know, from the embossing folder to the stamps to the nesting dies. We've got some of the cardstock in here. We've got the embossing folder, I think adds a really nice background to this with the flowers. We've got those Nuvo drops in there as well. So I am really chuffed. So a bit disappointed that I didn't use the alcohol inks. I did, I just forgot to put them on the project, but I'm really happy with how this card has turned out. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I would like to know if you're following along with this. I'd love to see. If you are on Instagram, then you can tag me in it so I can really see what you're creating if you're following along with these as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with it, actually. I'm really happy with how this one has turned out, and it's nice to make a card out of the 3 that we've done so far. This is the first card that actually stated that it needed to be a card, not just something that we've turned into a card. But yeah, I really love this. Let me know what you guys think. I really need to tidy up now before Florence wakes up, so that's going to be it from me. So thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.